Good day, salutations, and I hope everybody had a fantabulous Christmas. I know I did. I'm still feeling fat. Anywho, I'm here today to talk about the DDR. What's the DDR? Dirt Drag Rally. The Dirt Drag Rally is an event that I'm organizing for March 14th, 2026 that will require a good car, a brave driver, and a precise driver.
We're gonna need two precision drivers, guys that don't crack under pressure, guys that never lose.
You know we got that.
All three of those in a $2,000 and under car. I want good, cheap cars that you can prove to me that will be the best first car for a teenager, for these parents out here today that can't afford a brand new car or can't get little Timmy, a like a $10,000, $20,000 freaking used car. I'm talking about the broke parents that, we're getting by. I want to see if you can show me a $2,000 and under car that can do all this stuff and looks cool and gets the job done. So the start of this rally will start off in Garnett, Kansas at the lake there. They have a lake that is still used to this day for road racing. Carroll Shelby and a bunch of other great drivers used to race there back in like the 50s and 60s. And it no longer really does race racing like daily or anything like that, but once a year they have pretty cool racing happening. So if you happen to be in the area, give it a check. It's pretty sweet. So we'll start off in Garnett, Kansas, and that's about, I'm going to walk through the whole thing here. About 8 a.m., we'll start there. We're going to meet up, hang out, do all that stuff. About 9 o'clock is when I'll break down just the generic rules, see who's a participant and who is a test subject. There's two different variants here. Test subject and participant are vastly different. Participant, you're just going to follow along and have fun, maybe just, be a part of the group. Just kind of see everybody having fun, and you can be a part of it too, but you're not going to torture test your car. The test subjects are the torture testers. We're going to be the ones on the tracks, beating our cars up and doing whatever challenges I see fit along the way. So 9 o'clock, or let's say about 9:30 or so, by 9:30, we'll be leaving Garnett and heading to Butler, Missouri. Butler, Missouri is the home of Electric City Speedway. Electric City Speedway, I believe a 3/8 oval track. I dirt track race there, and I happen to know the owner, and he has given me the green light on letting myself and a handful of other people come out and make some passes on the track. Now, I do not want to I'm not going to give away the sauce here, but at that track, there will be a challenge for those who go on the track to hopefully tamper it down, because if you're going to go out there and just drive like a madman, there's going to be a consequence to that. Either you're going to wad your stuff up or you're going to lose the challenge. You'll see the day of. Once everybody's done their lap, hopefully by about 11 o'clock is when the gates open. About noon is when they're going to go ahead and go green on the track. If we can get everything knocked out at about, if we can get it done in an hour and a half or so, maybe. What I want to do is go from Butler to Mocan. It's in Ashbury, Missouri. That's where the track's at that we're going to be doing the drag racing portion of. On the way down, regardless of how dirty or whatever car whatever you think it is, if you're going to put your car on that track, I insist that you must wash it. If you were on that dirt track and you think you're going to put your car on that drag strip before you wash it, you're off your rocker. I won't let that happen. The track sure as shit won't let that happen. You won't be a part of the group anymore if you can't cough up the $2 for a car wash real quick. Not happening. I want to say in about 4 o'clock is when everything will be done at the drag strip. Now, what you'll need for this whole event, bring money. I'm not paying the tracks I've got these people. That would be stupid of me. Why would I pay for you to go out there and do your thing? Pay for your own thing. This is an open deal. All you have to do is go do it yourself. I'm not buying the tracks out for a day or a couple hours or anything like that. I'm just organizing a time for folks who would like to torture test their cars to do so. So bring money. I would say, aside from gas money, bring a minimum. I think it's like $30, like $20-30 for the drag strip, $40 pit pass at the dirt track. Bring $100 for concession stand food or whatever, but bring $100. Also, bring safety equipment. I have a couple extra helmets and like an extra suit, fire suit. The drag strip isn't going to require a fire suit, but they are going to require a helmet. The dirt track, on the other hand, it would be best if you would just bring at least a jacket. I have a couple suits. If you don't mind wearing secondhand suit, there you go. But bring safety gear, gloves, fire suit, a helmet. You don't need a Hans device and, shoes and all that stuff, but bring safety stuff. Would hate for somebody to get hurt on this. If you are not a test subject and you're wondering, oh, all you got today is just to go watch some people go have some fun because you don't want to put your car on the track and there's a bajillion reasons why you may or may not want to. There's another portion that can give you guys a bit of something to do. So at the start of the rally, in between 8 and 9 a.m., if you get there, I will be giving out 10 chips. I don't have them yet, but I will be giving out 10 chips to each driver. The chips are what you use to bet. Betting is highly encouraged. So is pranks, by the way. If you wanted to put balloons in some exhaust and shit like that, that's fine by me. But you're gonna want to take those chips and you bet my car's faster than your car, that guy's car's faster than this car, blah blah blah. I don't care as long as both parties agree and there's not somebody crying like, oh, he took my chips. Cry about it some more. There will be one buyback for those chips. If you bet 10 right off the bat and you lose them, I don't want you to be done for the day. You get one buyback, and the buyback, I haven't figured out what that is yet. It's either do something cool or bribe me, I guess. Something to that effect. At the end of the day, from the start at Lake Garnett and we're ending at Butler, or not Butler, but at Mocan. At the end of the day, whoever has the most chips accrued, whether it be 11 chips or 15, or hell, if everybody just lost or just effed off or whatever, if you have 2 chips and you just happen to have the most, you get what I refer to as gas money. Gas money is a jar at home that I keep quarters in. If I had to put a numerical value on it, I'd say it's about $50. You get $50 for placing your bets correctly and having the most chips. That's really about it. At the end of the day, we disperse. Everybody can, blah, 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 do their thing. But that's pretty much it. I want you to understand this. Do not give the tracks any kind of reason to give you shit, please. I've spent years talking, being very civil and staying out of fights and stuff with these tracks because I like racing there. Do not make me look bad, please. I would very much appreciate that, because that would just absolutely freaking suck. Spent 10 years like Mocan, for example. I've been going there for fucking way over 10 years, and so my whole family. So please be nice. Butler the same way. I'll say, if there's any questions, feel free to give me a shout. I'm gonna be posting everything on the Dirt Plus the Show. I'll put it right here, Dirt Plus the Show on Facebook. Be a link in the description. Please go check that out. If you want to see what we're doing and all that stuff, I'll lay out the map, the whole kit and caboodle. If you have questions, or if you have something if you have a challenge or something you'd like to throw your 2 cents on, please feel free to give me a shout. But to end it off, March 14th, 2026, DDR. It's going to be a fun time. Now, here's a little side-by-side comparison. If you happen to show up and you're in, let's just say, this truck right here, you know, a newer truck that you're not going to be able to get for at least, you know, 5-10 grand, I'm probably not going to want you to be a part of the test subject crew. Now, don't take offense to that. You have a very nice vehicle. I'll pat you on the back and give you your flowers, but that's not what I'm looking for. I want cars that, not for nothing, I don't want you to be mad at if it gets a dent, a ding, a scratch, or something like that. Something along the lines of Dr. Thunder here. You bring Dr. Thunder, something along that lines. I've got, let's just be generous, I got $400 in that truck sitting now. So if it blows up or, you know, falls in half, I'm not going to be desperately sad about that. I want you to make sure that you're going to be okay, you're going to be comfortable with the car catching a little bit of flack or heat or, you know, getting it butt whooped or something like that. Not trying to beat anybody's car to death, but it's a lot easier to take a dent on something you don't have a whole lot of money or time in versus something that's going to be your daily or something that you're trying to, you know, go impress the missus with or something like that. Just keep that in mind. Love, peace, and chicken grease, and we'll see you guys out there. Bye.
$2,000 a piece and we get to relive high school?
Best idea we've had all decade.
Let's see which one survives the day.
Gentlemen, behold, the world's cheapest trophy.
You don't deserve it! You barely finished!